Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is March 29th, and right now we are looking at the visible/infrared satellite imagery. You can see the state of California right here. Look at our next storm system. It is gearing up. It's going to bring some rain even all the way down towards Southern California, and then we're going to keep some troughing going and keep some very chilly conditions here across much of the West Coast, including some nice mountain snows coming in here. So we're going to take a look at those details as we go through the video this morning. And again, one more closer look. You can kind of see the snow-capped mountains out there across the Sierra Nevada. There is some cloud activity moving across some of Southern California. It looks like a little bit of marine layer out there as well. But yeah, we got precipitation coming all the way through Southern California also. We'll take a look at those details here in a moment. Taking a look at things right now as we speak. 60 at LAX. San Diego, and you can see 54 for San Francisco as we speak. No precipitation ongoing currently, but that is definitely going to be changing. If we take a look at lightning strikes over the last 24 hours, we did get a few across the northern Sacramento Valley there. Shasta County convergence zone looks like it was active again there yesterday. And this is going to be an ongoing theme for the next few days. Thunderstorm potential will be with us. And if you want to help support the channel, go ahead and go to my Patreon page here, and you can see the link down below. But there's all kinds of good stuff there. It's going to be a community chat. I'll eventually do a Discord chat as well, so we can go in there and I can kind of come in and visit and answer some questions and do all kinds of fun stuff. And I will be doing my normal updates between my normal weather briefings on Patreon instead of X or Blue Sky anymore. It's a little bit more professional here, and I can be a little bit more community orientated there. So check that out if you would. Here is the European model. This is last night's run. Let's put this into motion, and there goes our storm system. So it starts bringing precipitation as we go on in through the later portion of tonight and into tomorrow morning, and you can see it's got some breezy conditions with it as well. Look at this pressure gradient there. So we're going to line up some winds here for some of the coastal areas, and of course bring another round of waves, some mountain snows, and then you can see it does bring some precipitation as we go through mainly Monday morning for Southern California. Check it out. When we're not looking at really flooding concerns, very beneficial rainfall for Southern California. Some places looking up over 1/3 of an inch there. And again, you can kind of see how the precipitation continues as this low pressure center is spinning off the Pacific Northwest coast, bringing rounds of precipitation here, chilly air aloft, rounds of mountain snow all the way on in through the morning of Wednesday. And then still some troughing ongoing as we go towards the end of the week potentially as well. So yeah, nice pattern here for some snow building across the higher terrain. More on that here in a moment. But if we look at 18,000 feet, 500 millibars, this is the system out there. You can see the little bump up there at 18,000 feet. But then you can see the cooler air hanging out as well, being ushered into our area. And look at this trough just hangs out as we go on in through next week, keeping that cooler air aloft. And another polar lobe, is that going to take another swing and get down towards California as well? We'll have to wait and see on that. But the potential is there, kind of an inside slider, but those can still be decent mountain snow producers. Now, if we take a look at 700 millibars or 10,000 feet. Again, we're looking at temperature aloft, and you can see the cold air being ushered in there in the trough, kind of hanging out across the region as we go on in through the extended forecast. Take a look at the Sacramento National Weather Service. Check it out. Look at this forecast. 1 to 3 feet of snow above 4,000 feet. This is from Sunday until about Tuesday, coming up here on April 1st. And look at this, 4 feet at the highest peaks. Light accumulations 1 to 4 all the way down towards 3,000 feet on early Tuesday morning. So major travel delays likely, chain controls, road closures, travel highly discouraged. And right now, this is a winter storm watch currently right now across the higher terrain. So yeah, we got some good snow coming in for the higher terrain. And you can see the storm timeline here. This is from March 30th, starting tomorrow through April 3rd, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you got 4 days, some moderate impacts here with that chilly trough hanging out across the state of California there, and some lower snow levels. I mean, 4 to 5,000 on Monday. You can see Tuesday down to 3, Wednesday down to 35, and then bouncing back up 4 to 5 on Thursday. But some uncertainty does exist as you get a bit further out in the forecast. Now, looking at snowfall totals here, I mean, you can see Blue Canyon there, 24 to 30 inches. This goes all the way through Tuesday. And again, they mentioned the snow levels again as well and moderate impacts. So San Francisco right now, you can see the winter storm watch for some of the higher terrain out there. And there's some small craft advisories and whatnot. But yeah, we do have that storm system coming in here. It's going to be bringing the gusty winds as we go. Now, light rain Sunday through Monday. Southern California, notice they do not mention the flooding concerns. Very beneficial rainfall incoming here. Even if it's just 1/10 of an inch or 3/10 of an inch or whatnot, it's beneficial, especially if it's not bringing debris flows and whatnot with the burn scar areas we have out and across the region. And maximum wind gust today, 329. Take a look at that. Some gusty winds, especially across the higher terrain. Look at that, Highway 10 or Interstate 10, back and forth. So pay attention to that if you're going back and forth between the Southland and the desert areas and whatnot. Going across the higher terrain could get breezy. So looking at today, this is the forecast temperature high. So you can see you've got mid-60s widespread across a lot of the valley areas, upper 60s Southern California, and of course warmer across the deserts. We go through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so we keep the temperatures suppressed here as we go through the upcoming week. We're not looking at any warm up until potentially the following weekend, and we'll kind of see how that goes here over the next few days. We'll be checking back on that. But yeah, suppressed temperatures are going to be the main indicator of what's coming up here this week. If we take it to look at 2 meter temperature anomaly, so this is a running 1 day total, but you can clearly see how much of California, really all of California, as we go through the extended forecast, I mean through the upcoming week, let's call it next week, but you can see we are going to remain chilly here with this troughing, and that is a good signal for the upper level snowpack. Now take a look at 5,000 feet, 850 millibars. So here's California, there's the Hawaiian Islands. This is the temperature anomaly. When you see the blues and the greens, that means we are below normal at 5,000 feet for this time of year. So there goes our system here, this mid-latitude cyclone with its bit of a bump of warm air, but it doesn't mean much because it's going to be ushering in some cold air behind it. And look at this trough hanging out for much of the west coast as we go on in through next week. Look at that by Wednesday morning, still just locked in this chillier air mass. You see the ridge well out over the Pacific Ocean, helps to bring that northwest flow and helps us trough to carve out over the west coast of the USA. And you see that troughing is not in any hurry to go anywhere as well. Eventually, finally starts to bring that ridge a little bit closer through the extended forecast, and maybe we'll start to warm up after that. Who knows? We'll keep checking back on that. So composite reflectivity, this is what the Doppler radar may look like here over the next 60 hours or so. So what we're looking at here is the arrival of the next system, maybe at some point late tonight. But you can see it overspreads much of the region, bringing some of those showers down to Southern California. And again, a lot of that will be falling on the day Monday, but it's nothing overly heavy, but it will be beneficial. And if you're watching this entire thing that I'm scrolling through here on the North American model, you can see the snow just off and on. And again, multiple rounds of it here as we go through the early and midweek period as well. Thunderstorm activity will also be out there. And if we take a look here at the European, this is for Sunday afternoon, mainly Northern California here, some of the Sacramento Valley, and then we go through Sunday night, and then just going through Monday. You can see we destabilize again. There's Tuesday destabilizing things again, maybe even getting some down into the San Joaquin Valley, portions of Nevada, Sacramento Valley here, and then we go to Wednesday. It kind of moves off to the east by that time, but we'll see what's going to come after that. Total precipitation in inches. I'm going to scroll through this relatively quickly because I want to show you the Southern California. You can see, a couple tenths of an inch. Looks like Los Angeles there, maybe 3/10 of an inch. Again, just very, very beneficial rainfall. Higher amounts for the higher terrain, of course, and of course, the further north you go, up across Northwest California, much more precipitation associated with all this when all is said and done as we go through the upcoming week. And total snow-Kuchera ratio. So as we bring that system in here, you can see there's round one there as we go through Sunday night, and then we go on to Monday, more snow continues to fall. We go through Tuesday morning, more snow is still falling, still with the troughing around some very beneficial amounts. And some of that, this is going to be some chilly air aloft. We could bring some snow to the higher terrain of the Southern California, the Peninsula Range, even maybe get a few inches, as well as the transverse range, portions of Nevada also. And yeah, snowpack conditions across much of the state. We're not doing too bad really here. So this is going to be very beneficial. Hopefully it gets a lot of areas back up towards normal. Not doing so great across portions of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, however. But yeah, California, higher terrain, doing pretty well so far, and this will be very beneficial, no doubt. Here's the 6 to 10 day, keeping some below normal around. There's the above normal. Maybe that'll come in some way of snowfall here for the higher terrain as we go through the first week of April. There's the 8 to 14 day, and then this starts to creep in here. Looks like they might want to start show some ridging here as we go towards the mid portion of April. We'll continue to watch that though. And avalanche.org, check before you go. You can click on these individual locations. It tells you snow levels, and it shows you what the snowpack is doing and the general avalanche danger. So anyway, hope you guys are liking the videos. Check out the Patreon page if you would. If you want to help support the channel, do it there. Again, I'll be doing my daily updates there outside of my normal YouTube weather briefings. So yeah, check me out, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.